This month, my gorgeous Sagittarini, you are going to realize how quickly, how instantly your life can change. Okay, I mean, you are literally going to go from this particular stage where maybe you were worrying about something particular a little bit, you know, and you will realize that how things are going to pick up for you. From the beginning of October, you are going to be able to notice completely different energy in the air. So in terms of your physical energy, you are going to feel a really good, but in terms of your spirituality and your mental energy, you're gonna start feeling so sharp. And I'm not saying that you are not feeling sharp, but there are gonna be all sorts of ideas and all sorts of realizations, you know, on your mind from the beginning of this week in terms of what do you wanna do and what do you wanna do next, you know, and also when it comes to something that has been driving you a little bit crazy, you know, this is to do with an aspect of your life that has been making you to be so indecisive when you had to kind of pretty much so make important decisions. So this would be slowing you down, and this issue would make you feel indecisive before you would need to take some kind of like a risk, for example. So all these things, you know, one after another do actually play a really big role when it comes to us being kind of slowed down when it comes to our journey, my gorgeous Sagittarini. So what am I trying to say here is that your number is number 3 in numerology. This means that you are going to have a massive reason to celebrate by the end of this month, purely because what is going to be happening from the beginning of this month right until the end. You see, of course, my gorgeous Sagittarini, it's not only about the way you're gonna feel. It's not only about this energy peaking up. It's not only about you having these ideas and realizations what you're gonna do next. It's not only about you realizing and identifying this problem that has been making you feel so indecisive. And for the first time, you will be able to see that problem for what it is. And this is because your third psychic eye is going to be open. So you're gonna be able to reflect in a completely different way, and you will see some kind of a truth for what it is in a completely different light, from a completely different angle. And this is why this stage of your life is so important. When I say it's not only about this energy, no baby, no. Let me tell you that within the first, okay, my gorgeous Sagittarini, within the first 7 days of October, somebody very close to you, somebody very important to you, maybe this is your partner, maybe this is your family member, maybe this is your like a friend, but if this is a friend, it's a really old friend, you know, somebody who you know really, really well. It's one of the main people in your life, one of the major people in your life, my gorgeous Sagittarini. It's going to play an absolutely massive role when it comes to the first 7 days of October. Why? Because that particular person, it's really going to inspire you. That particular person, it's really going to motivate you. I think it's more about motivation here rather than anything else. You know, inspire you, yes, but I think it's a lot more about motivation, definitely. That particular person is going to motivate you, whether you're going to have some kind of important conversation or whether you're going to be thinking about this person, and because of this person, you are going to become really determined within the first 7 days of October because of that person. That person is going to play a huge role here. So it's some kind of angel in your life. You know, when I said it's maybe a friend who you've had for a very long time, or it's like a family member, but this person is like an angel, honestly, because anybody who motivates you to do such a great things in life, anybody who is able to bring bring the best out in you. I mean, these are only people who are very close to us and who are emotionally and spiritually, both emotionally and spiritually connected to us indeed. These type of people are like guardian angels on our spiritual path, indeed, like our spirit guides. Absolutely beautiful, because that person is going to play an important role when it comes to you spreading your wings, my gorgeous Sagittarini. And never mind the fact that the energy is going to be absolutely out of this world from the beginning of October right until the end of this month. And I can tell you one thing for certain: however you imagine the month of October to be, sorry baby, but it's going to be completely different. And I mean that in the best possible way, because the whole month of October, it's a lot about this gorgeous, like really amazing spontaneous energy. It's a lot to do with this spontaneous energy, which means that a lot of things are going to happen to you throughout the month of October. You're going to come across few different things you did not expect whatsoever, but all these things are going to be playing a huge role when it comes to you, you know, kind of like starting to look at life from a slightly different angle. It is a great moment of awakening, your personal awakening you are going to have each time, my gorgeous Sagittarini. This is why this month is going to be absolutely out of this world. So going back to the first 7 days of October, it's like this person is going to play an important role when it comes to you starting to feel so motivated and so determined to learn something, okay? So this person is going to motivate you to learn something really specific. It's going to be like some kind of a learning going on here, but it's also to do with some kind of collaboration, which is going to be ever so important. You need to understand this person is going to play a big role because it's going to motivate you suddenly to learn something really specific. Are you with me? To learn something really specific, but there is also some kind of collaboration here gonna be going on where you are gonna need to be with a certain amount of people for a while. Maybe 2 people, maybe 3 people, whatever it's gonna happen, you know, you need to follow your heart. You really need to follow your heart, my gorgeous Sagittarini, because this is gonna be more important than you can possibly imagine, okay? So this is gonna happen within the first 7 days of October 2024. When it comes to the actual 9th of October, I know that this is going to sound like a little bit weird, I know that this is going to sound like a little bit crazy, a little bit strange, but when it comes to the 9th of October, you are going to realize what your body is missing. And I know this sounds like really, oh my God, so boring, what my body's missing. No, baby, no. You need to understand that our own body, our own spirit, guides us towards like the certain food, natural food or a healthy food that we need to put into our body. So very often we suddenly, just out of the blue, we feel like, oh, I want some strawberries. You know, like you feel like, oh, I want some strawberries. You're at home, you're sitting, you're reading something or whatever, you're working on something or whatever you do, and now suddenly, so randomly, you just remember, oh, I fancy some strawberries. Do you know why this is? Yes, you could have just picked up on it subconsciously. You could have seen something subconsciously without even realizing, and then later on it comes to you, it comes to you like a, it gets back to you, but also when it comes to the actual, this is really to do with not you necessarily subconsciously remembering this. Even if you are subconsciously remembering this, this is still a part of this being a signal from your spirit, from your soul. So it's leading towards the same thing anyway, where your body, it's gonna be needing, like let's say if you're feeling like you suddenly randomly need strawberries, whether you've seen it somewhere subconsciously and don't remembering, it's still a kind of part of the same message that your body or it just comes to you randomly at that moment in time. You just remember strawberry randomly and it's on your mind. Well, that means that your body really needs like a vitamin C. That means that your body is lacking in vitamin C. And that would be the best way for you to bring this into your body, to get strawberries, to get a natural organic strawberries, just put them into your body so your body can get what your body needs. And I'm taking strawberries as an example, for example, but the bottom line is that this is a very sacred moment in time where you're going to realize what your body needs. So you're going to kind of, something is going to be on your mind. Maybe it's going to be something else, you know, strawberries or maybe apples. Maybe you're going to be thinking about eggs, you know, maybe you need like a protein, for example. Maybe your body needs more protein. But do pay attention to what is going to come to you, because your body, it's going to make you, your body, your mind and spirit, it's going to make you feel drawn towards the certain food. And then when you kind of realize what this food is rich in, you will also realize that this is like a vitamin or mineral that your body so desperately needs. So this is something that, to me, it's extremely important. And so this is what it really means when we suddenly crave something. It means that our body is trying to send us a signal what our body needs. And this way, you will be able to heal yourself when it comes to other aspects of your life much quicker, much sooner, because you are following these sacred signals from your own soul, from your own spirit, my gorgeous Sagittarini. So this is something I highly recommend you. The next important date is going to be on the 11th of October. Now, on the 11th of October, oh my goodness, I don't even know how to say this. You are first on the 11th of October, you are going to really on the 11th of October, you are going to have such an unusual but really powerful sign, okay? On the 11th of October, you are going to have a very unusual but a really powerful sign. And this sign is immediately going to remind you of the fact that this is the month of October. Do you know what I mean? This is the month of October where the veil in between this world and the spirit world is at its thinnest. So it's not only about the 31st of October, but it's also the whole month, pretty much. So, you know, we feel things we normally don't feel. We are aware of things we are not normally aware of. So do please pay attention to like any signs and any kind of like, you know, any signs that you could actually have. Very important, very important. Any signs in general or anything repeating, because everything is going to be part of some kind of a guidance. Trust me, the whole month of October is going to be like a giant, massive spiritual domino indeed. But to go back to the 11th of October, okay, you are going to have such a strange and unusual sign. You are going to see something. It's going to be unusual. As I said, you will be like, oh my God, you will be reminded of the fact that at the end of this month we have the 31st of October, you know, and so it is going to be something like, ooh, slightly unusual. It's going to be like some kind of a sign and something that you don't normally kind of come across, that you don't normally see or you don't normally notice. However, it's going to be very kind of mysterious. There is something so mysterious going to be about this sign you are going to see on the 11th of October 2024. And when you see that sign, listen to me very carefully, this is gonna be mental. When you see that sign, not that long after that moment in time, because this sign is going to be a clear indication that something big is going to happen. Something big, something important is going to happen when it comes to you, okay? This is what this sign is going to mean. And you know, and the weirder this sign is, the more you can expect from what are you going to come across a little bit later on after that moment in time. There is something you are going to find out. There is something so important you are going to find out, my gorgeous Sagittarini, not after you see that particular sign, and you will know you know that somehow that you will be able to see the bigger picture here when it comes to the first 7 days. For example, when it comes to the first 7 days of October, and I told you that you're going to realize that there is something you're going to need to learn, you see, when it comes to the 11th of October, and it doesn't surprise me that it's happening on the 11th of October, because number 11 is highly spiritual, and it's also the time when we get like a little messages from our angels and from our spirit guides, and they are kind of around us. We feel them so much more around us, like on the certain days, like when it comes to the 11th, number 11. But it's also to do with your own spiritual awakening. It's a lot to do with your own spiritual awakening, and this is why you needed to have this like really sacred and unusual sign in order to understand that something big is happening here, something big is going on here. So after that, you're going to find out something so crazy. You're going to find out something so important. You're going to make a really significant discovery when it comes to what exactly you wanted to learn or collaborate within the first 7 days of October. You are going to find out something really important and additional information you didn't know before, and this is going to blow you away. Now you're going to realize the whole extent of this. Now you're going to be thinking like, oh my God, why didn't I do this before? Why didn't I do this earlier? Oh my God. Don't feel frustrated, or don't put yourself down or anything like that. The reason why you didn't do this before, my gorgeous Sagittarini, because it wasn't the right time. Now it's the right time. Okay, so there is a very specific reason for it. You weren't ready. Now you're ready. Every single thing that happened to you so far, bad or good, listen to me very carefully, has been preparing you for this moment in time. Okay, so this is indeed going to be really big. So what are you going to discover? What are you going to find out? You know, what are you going to hear? What are you going to become aware of? It's to do with this crazy information, crazy realization about what exactly you wanted to learn within the first 7 days of October. And this in itself, everything is going to start making sense. This in itself, it's going to play such a big role when it comes to you reconnecting with yourself, that within the next couple of days, you are going to have this vision. You will be chilling out, you will be maybe sitting down, maybe you will be meditating, maybe you will be in the forest, because it has got a really fantastic spiritual impact on us. When we're in the forest, it just clears so many blockages within us, so we are able to kind of think clearly. So it's like that much needed clarity I'm talking about here. But the bottom line is that, you know, within the next couple of days, after that moment in time, you are indeed going to be, there is a vision, you are going to have this vision which is going to be triggered within you, and that particular vision, it's like, oh my God, it's going to make you realize how close you are to like one of the biggest achievements of your entire life. There are crazy things you're going to realize, and this in itself, it's really going to put you in such a mood like, oh my God, yes, I know I said that you're going to become so determined within the first 7 days to learn something, but only now by the 11th of October, only on the 11th of October, you are going to realize exactly, which bold move do you need to make. You know, because you're going to need to make some kind of a bold step, some kind of a bold move, some kind of a brave move. You know, you are indeed going to feel like, oh, I need to take a risk. I need to take a risk. It doesn't matter. Don't put yourself off by seeing something as a risk. Just see it as an opportunity. See it as a possibility, okay? Because when we see something as a risk, you know, risks are always important to take in our lives. But the problem is that word risk, you know, it's like, oh my God, half of it is positive and half of it kind of sounds negative. So you must not allow this negativity to take over. But at the time when you're so sensitive, this can kind of happen so easily. And this is why you need to kind of pay attention to your balance, and you need to keep on regrounding yourself and recentering yourself throughout the months of October. And the best way to reground and recenter yourself, it's always to keep on like really trying to do something spiritual, a bit of a meditation, a bit of a spiritual things that you enjoy, you can do, and things like that. All this contributes towards us like a really enhancing our energy and re-energizing ourselves, you see, as well, elevating ourselves. So this is a big moment you're going to have on the 11th of October indeed. But by the time you get to the 15th of October 2024, oh my God, something unexpected is going to happen, my gorgeous Sagittarini, okay? On the 15th of October, something really unexpected is going to happen, and you know, it's actually going to be really good. This is really going to surprise you, because you are going to realize it's to do with this surprising news you're going to have. This surprising news where you're going to realize that there's some kind of a problem. It's slowly but surely coming to an end. It's to do with a certain problem slowly but surely coming to an end, okay? This is to do with the good news you are going to have really on the 15th of October. You will realize that there's some kind of a problem is coming to an end, and this is going to mean to you so much. But it's not only about this particular problem coming to an end, but now, oh my God, it's like about, you're going to realize the certain problem is coming to an end, but that particular problem, this is why this is going to be so big. That particular problem has been kind of really kind of slowing you down. That particular problem that is coming to an end has been really slowing you down, especially when it comes to you moving forward with your life, because it's not only about this problem coming to an end, but it's now also you are going to need to go somewhere, and you're going to need to do something on the 15th of October. And what are you going to need to go, and what are you going to need to do? I think it's about doing something important. It's about writing something, maybe signing something. I know that there's something important going to be going on, and you're going to feel really excited because this is something that kind of means to you, and you wanted to do this for a while. But so that's going to be fine. But the bottom line here is that at the time when you're going to do this, or at the time when you're coming back, you are gonna feel drawn to go somewhere really specific, and this is gonna be one of the most spontaneous things you have ever done. And something is gonna happen. You're gonna find yourself somewhere completely unplanned whatsoever, my gorgeous Sagittarini, and something is gonna happen. Something really crazy but positive is going to happen. It's about this experience where you are going to be probably surrounded by this, you know, certain people, and you're going to experience something really specific, something that you never kind of experienced before. You will be enjoying yourself. There are very interesting informations you're going to become aware of, and also something amazing and out of this world is going to happen. You are somehow going to be in touch and connected to the right people at the right time of your life, and you are going to become aware of this absolutely mental possibility when it comes to, like, you know, what you were thinking about. Absolutely brilliant possibility to when it comes to like what you were thinking about when it comes to that vision on the 11th of October, for example, and when it comes to what you wanted to learn. So here on the 15th of October, you're also going to have this amazing possibility, my gorgeous Sagittarini, to actually do this. Oh my God. And somehow somehow you're going to find yourself being surrounded by the right people at the right time, as they say. You know what I mean? It's amazing. And all I can say to you that, you know what, you will realize on this particular day what exactly is missing in your life. You know, when it comes to other things, you will realize what's missing in your life. And you know, it's always, you know, it's of course that we need to work, we need to do things, but we must not forget about, you know, our own quality of life. When it comes to enjoying ourselves, you will realize that, you know, through this experience, that you need to kind of make your life more, not meaningful, you know, like that sounds horrible, like your life is not meaningful, but you're going to need to make your life like more kind of fun, and you're going to need to kind of you're going to realize that you need to bring more fun into your life, because this is as important as serious things in life, because otherwise you're not going to have that balance, and this balance in life is sacred. That's how important this is. So this is not only about this opportunity, but it's also about you having this significant experience where you are going to realize how certain things are really missing in your your life big time. And if you don't change your life, I'm not saying that you're never gonna be happy, but I'm just saying that you are having this big realization where you're gonna realize that these things are gonna be imminent in order for you to to have the most out of this life. And I suppose you're gonna be surrounded by the people, by beautiful spiritual people at around this time who are really gonna have such a nice impact and influence on your life. And these people are gonna be playing a really big role when it comes to you pretty much so adjusting with yourself, when it comes to you realigning with yourself. So this is why this is going to be so important. On the 17th of October, my gorgeous Sagittarini, on the 17th of October, oh my goodness, I'm sorry, there is no other way of saying this, my baby, but there is on the 17th of October, somebody's mask is going to fall. You're just going to be disappointed a little bit with this particular person in your life, but it's not somebody who you're really going to be like kind of blown away with, when you find this out. It's somebody that, you were already suspecting that something may not be right about this person. And you need to be very smart when it comes to this person on the 17th of October. Somebody very cheeky, somebody very naughty, somebody very sneaky, okay? Somebody with some kind of a hidden agenda. I do not trust this person whatsoever. You will be talking to this person, and that person is like kind of going to be very pushy with something. That person is going to offer something to you, and that person will demand something from you. And at that moment in time, that person demands something from you. You're going to realize that something is wrong. And everything that you've kind of thought about this person before is going to be confirmed to you, my gorgeous Sagittarini, okay? So, you need to be very smart here. Follow your intuition here. Again, follow your intuition, and you are most certainly not going to be led astray when it comes to this person in your life. So you will know that something is not right here. You will know that this person is too pushy with something. This person is going to be so pushy with something. Maybe this person will want you to sign something you don't want to sign. Maybe this person will want you to start something you don't want to start, my gorgeous Sagittarini. Whatever this is, if you do go against your own spirit, against your own intuition, no baby, no. If you do go against your spirit, and if you do go against your intuition, then it's going to take you a very long time to come out of something that you would kind of get yourself in. And at the same time, to be quite honest with you, you need to kind of do something immediately when it comes to you setting the boundaries in your life as well. This person you need to avoid, but most importantly, there is a great lesson that you're going to learn through these people when it comes to you needing to set the boundaries at this stage of your life. There is something you're going to realize when it comes to you setting the boundaries, so you protect yourself like from the people like this. And I know that this sounds a little bit strange, but I think that that's going to be absolutely obvious here, and this is actually going to contribute towards you. And pretty much so, not only realizing on this day that you actually have to protect your energy and set the boundaries, and you need to protect your energy. Because of this person, you're going to realize other things as well. And this is really kind of actually going to have this rejuvenating effect on you and impact on you. Because that particular person, there is something good going to come out of it. You're only going to realize how much, you're going to realize, the bottom line is here, you're going to realize how much do you actually want to move on with your life. Okay, so it's not all bad necessarily, but then again, at the same time, you are gonna be reminded of some kind of interesting opportunity you've had as well in the past. And I'm so glad you're gonna be reminded of that opportunity. This is so important, because what this person is gonna be offering to you, what this person is gonna be pushy with, this is gonna remind you, oh, fantastic, I had this opportunity which was actually genuine before. So you see what I mean, how this person, little snaky, it's gonna play a really big role, an important role here, because you are gonna be reminded of some kind of a genuine opportunity you've had not that long ago, at some point in your past, and that's the opportunity I need you to really pretty much so pay attention to. Okay, the opportunity you're gonna be reminded you've already had. That's the spiritual job of all this, for you to understand and clearly see. Okay, very, very important indeed. It's all part of you moving forward in your life. But sometimes this life is so strange and it's so unusual. We need to go through certain things that reminds us of, you know, other aspects of our lives we've been through at a time when we were maybe a little bit stressed and a little bit negative, at a time when we had a negative change in circumstances, and then we were dealing with other things, and what was important then was like kind of left buried at the back of our mind. So all that is about to come out now, because this is the time of you readjusting yourself. I'm not being funny. So this is why things are going to happen in this particular way. The next important date, my gorgeous Sagittarini, it's going to be on the 19th of October. On the 19th of October, oh, you know what? You are really going to have such an enlightening experience. I'm sorry, but you are going to have an enlightening experience on the 19th of October. Something really beautiful and enlightening, and you will realize it's going to remind you of how spiritual you are. It's going to remind you of how different you are, but in a good way, of course. And it's also like kind of this enlightening experience. It's also going to play an important role about something you felt about negative about for so long. You're going to have this interesting realization. There is something, no, not for so long. There is something that you were like kind of worrying about, but just lately, only within the last like about 9 weeks, I would say, or so. Within the last 9 weeks, you were worrying about something persistently. It would normally happen like when you are by yourself. You would worry, it would happen, you would worry before you would go to sleep, you would worry at the time you would wake up. I think at the time when you woke up, it was like kind of the worst within the last 9 weeks. There was something specific you were worrying about. And this is also again to do with like something that happened within the last 9 weeks, or a little bit longer, when it comes to you having a bit of a negative experience, negative change in circumstances again. And there was something that was really worrying you. So you are going to have this interesting realization what exactly you were worrying about, and it's to do also with an important plan of yours that has been slowed down, an important plan of yours that has been slowed down, and this means to you so much. It's one of your plans. Do you understand me? This means to you so much. You can try to avoid this as much as you can, but this is always going to be popping back because it's to do with your destiny. Indeed. So you're going to have this interesting realization that you need to come up with a new plan. It's to do with one of your goals, but it's to do with like a major plan as well, an ongoing plan in your life. You need to understand that this new plan that you're going to come up with, this is going to bring you an amazing success in 9 months' time. In 9 months' time, this is going to bring a huge, massive success into your life. This is going to bring a huge accomplishment into your life. And also, you know, it's going to this is also kind of going to bring a massive accomplishment to you, because you will be able to kind of reorganize your life the way you want to reorganize your life. This is going to be one of the biggest things you've done in a very, very long time in terms of you reorganizing your life. And this is where all this is actually going to start. The next date, it's going to be on the 20th of October. On the 20th of October, oh my God, this message, it's going to be brilliant. This message, it's going to be so good that you're going to have on the 20th of October. And this message is really to do with somebody else having a progress, an amazing progress. Bless your heart. You're going to be so happy about somebody else. This is to do with a certain person in your life having an amazing progress in their life when it comes to something that that person has been really sad about, really worrying about. But you're also going to realize what do you need to do on the 20th of October, what that person has done, what that person is going through, what this message was all about. You're also going to realize what do you need to do in order to make your life more practical. Okay, you're going to realize exactly what do you need to do in order to make your life practical. And there is something, you know, that you were worrying about that particular person. This is to do with somebody in your life who means to you so much, because you're going to feel happy for that person having that message because you're connected to that person. So it's to do with somebody who is very, very close to you, my gorgeous Sagittarini, you know. So this is important. But there is also something you've been worrying about that particular person. that particular person is doing something they shouldn't be doing, or you're worrying that that person is doing something they shouldn't be doing to themselves. So I think that you need to come up with that. You need to say that. You need to say that to that particular person, my gorgeous Sagittarini. It is just so, so, so important. The next date, it's going to be on the 23rd of October. On the 23rd of October, you're going to have an you are going to have an important opportunity. You're going to have an important opportunity on the 23rd of October. And this particular opportunity that you're going to have, you're going to find a little bit challenging, but it is to do with something that you've been waiting for a very, very long time. This opportunity is a very personal, is to do with something personal, very, very personal, and is to do with things that you keep normally to yourself. And this opportunity is more important to your personal growth and personal evolution than you can possibly imagine. And the more challenging you see this, the more you're gonna get out of it. Okay, so please go for this opportunity. There is something that is gonna be requested from you. Something may put you off a little bit. There is something that you're gonna find quite challenging, but you just need to understand. You're gonna feel like you're not completely ready to do this, but then you are gonna find out a lot about yourself once you take this opportunity on. I repeat, this is something really personal indeed. Another thing that is going to happen on the 23rd of October, okay, so you know what, there is going to be a bit of like a little bit of a sudden change in your life here. Something is going to happen here, and it's like something is suddenly kind of going to come to an end on the 23rd of October. And when that comes to an end suddenly, you're going to realize that, you know, you made some kind of unwise plans, you know, and you're going to be thinking, oh God, my plans were really unwise. But don't blame yourself for making any unwise plans whatsoever, because you are the reason why you're gonna worry, because you're gonna end up with a little problem here, but that little problem, it's gonna be resolved by the next day, by the 24th of October, because on the 24th of October somebody's gonna give you an amazing advice. Some kind of a really wise person is going to give you an amazing advice, and there is some kind of a compromise that you're going to make on the 24th of October. There is some kind of compromise that you're going to need to make, and that compromise, oh my God, that compromise that you're going to make, it's going to be very successful. Why? Because by the time you get to the 25th of October, you are going to have such an important negotiation, such a successful negotiation, and therefore there on the 25th of October, only then you're going to realize what an intelligent choice this compromise actually was, you know. So this is brilliant. The next important date, my gorgeous Sagittarini, it's going to be on the 27th of October. On the 27th of October, something is going to inspire you. Beautiful moment. You know, you are really something is going to inspire you so beautifully. You're going to feel so optimistic. You know, you're going to feel such a pleasure. You're going to feel such a happiness. You know, it's to do with this beautiful inspiration. Something is going to inspire you to the point where you are going to end up having this idea. Okay, another inspiration and another idea here on the 27th of October 2024. You have no idea how important this is also going to be. Anything that makes you feel happy, anything that makes you feel optimistic, anything that brings a pleasure into your life, into our lives, it's the path we should follow. Happiness is your purpose, my gorgeous Sagittarini. This is more important than you can possibly imagine. So you are going to have this idea which is going to make you feel really active, which is going to make you feel really determined. But this idea is to do with your own experience, it's to do with your life, it's to do with things you know. But this in itself, it's almost like a little divine intervention taking place here in itself, you know, because at the same time, it's actually going to lead towards you within the next few days, you know, realizing that there are unlimited possibilities connected to that particular idea that that you've had, and you will realize that the reason why you felt so enthusiastic and optimistic in the first place is that there has some kind of a gorgeous adventure. It's about to begin. The next important date is going to be on the 29th of October, my gorgeous Sagittarini. On the 29th of October, it's basically you are going to don't forget to raise your vibration. Don't forget, sorry to interrupt you, my gorgeous Sagittarini, but do not forget to raise your vibration, okay? Sagittarini. Sagittarini, Sagittari, Sagittari, Sagitterini, 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 Sagittari, Sagittari, Sagitterini, 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 Sagittari, Sagittari, Sagitterini, 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 Sagittari, Sagittari, Sagitterini, pam 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 pam. Pam 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 parara pam para pam pa 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 pararam pam 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 param pam pam pa pam parara pam para pam pa 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 parara. Raise your vibration, my gorgeous Sagittarini, raise your vibration. So the next important date is going to be, so that was 25th, 27th, 29th. The next important date is going to be on the 29th, okay? Now, wow, another situation here, another situation. This is to do with a younger spirit, younger soul in your life. Somebody again connected to you. It's going through something very difficult, very difficult. And when you hear what this person is going, this is somebody in your life, of course. Otherwise, I wouldn't see this random person, somebody who you see in the shop and don't even know their name. Do you know what I mean? Of course, it's to do with somebody in your life, like a younger spirit, gorgeous younger spirit. It's going to be so, heartbroken, or something negative is going to be going on in that person's life. And that person is going to like really kind of feel down. And then when you hear like what's going on, I don't want you to be angry, you know, because you're going to feel like a little bit angry, a little bit frustrated. When you hear what this person has done, you're not really going to like it. But you need to understand it's to do with a younger spirit, you know, it's to do with a younger spirit. So people need to go through certain things in life, whether they're good or bad, in order to kind of have their own understanding, you know. And sometimes we do go through negative things, sometimes we do go through positive things in life. But this in itself is like pretty, which each of these things, they bring a certain message. So we enlighten ourselves in our specific way through our own understanding. So this is what's happening here. I need you to understand what this person is going through. There is something really specific you're going to find out. There is something really specific you're going to realize. But first of all, you're going to feel a little bit angry. But I need you to put that anger aside, because just a younger person doing something silly, for example. But you just need to kind of really cooperate, and you need to be as understanding as possible, because somehow you are really kind of going to, you are going to realize through this person what exactly do you need to be consistent about in your own life. Something that you're not as consistent, and something that you did not commit yourself to, and something that you need to be more consistent about. So there is an important realization that you are going to have here about your own life, you know. But it's important for you to listen to this person, what this person is going to tell you, and also just kind of like be as honest as you can with this particular person about something that they're doing or they're planning to do. But try to be as gentle as possible, and try to understand that the younger people go through certain stages in their life where it's very difficult to understand them sometimes, you know. So this is when I need you to be open-minded, because your open-mindedness is also going to be playing such an important role when it comes to you kind of identifying which aspect of your life needs a bit more attention and care right now. The next important date, my gorgeous Sagittarini, it's going to be on the 30th of October. here. On the 30th of October, yes, you are going to go into a bit of a hermit mode, you know. I think it's just going to be one of those unusual and one of those strange days, you know. Maybe you're going to feel a little bit strange. Maybe you're going to feel a little bit low. Maybe you're going to feel a little bit down. But this is, you know, we just feel like that sometimes, you know. That balance is important to have every now and then so we can be happy, you know. You just cannot constantly having the same vibration. So this is just normal, you know. You're going to be going through some kind of a hermit mode. There is something that's going to be on your mind that you're going to be blaming yourself for. There is some kind of like you know, you're going to be thinking about, there is something that you're going to be blaming yourself for, and this is what's going to trigger this whole thing. But I need you to like not to make an impulsive mistake here. When you have this hermit mode, there is something you're going to be thinking how you want to bring to an abrupt end. No. Okay, you're going to be thinking how you're going to be angry about something, and you're going to be thinking how you want to bring something to an abrupt end. No, baby, no, because in the next 2 days your opinion is going to be completely different. No. You do not want to make an impulsive mistake here because you would be disappointed. This in itself, it's only going to reveal an aspect of your life you need to like kind of be more persistent about. You need to be more persistent about. It's something that is purely your own responsibility, but you need to be more persistent about, and you need to be more reliable about. When it comes to this, you can completely do this. Absolutely no problem. But do not make an impulsive mistake. Because this aspect of your life, it's important when it comes to your personal evolution, when it comes to your transition indeed. I mean the way you're going to respond to this. The next important date, my gorgeous Sagittarini, it's going to be on the 31st of October. On the 31st of October, pretty much so, a cycle that has completed itself. It's ready to regenerate, okay? A cycle that has completed itself. It's ready to regenerate on the 31st of October. And this is why you're going to have this beautiful new emotional experience, a really beautiful new emotional experience. And that in itself, it's going to make you realize how awakened your psychic abilities are. How awakened your psychic abilities are, my gorgeous Sagittarini. And also you're going to realize that you know, there is something that you started and you need to finish. But you must not overanalyze this whatsoever. Okay, do you understand me? There is something you are going to realize that you started, but you need to finish. And this is more important than you can possibly imagine when it comes to you taking the next steps, you know, and moving forward with your life. This in itself is connected to some kind of a bold and ambitious choices that come naturally with this that you're going to need to make. But you must not think about it. You need to think about an end result here, and you're going to be absolutely fine. This is going to give you a huge, another massive reason to celebrate, my gorgeous Sagittarini. You just need to follow your intuition here when it comes to you needing to finish something that you started already. But you must not overanalyze this whatsoever. Just think about, because as soon as you realize what this is, as soon as you finish something that you started, you will naturally find yourself moving forward with your life. And I know it sounds weird, but you're going to find yourself naturally moving forward with your life, you know, taking the next steps. And most importantly, the next week after that moment in time, it's all going to be about you expanding your plans indeed. The reason why I think brachiated jasper is so powerful, purely because of its ability to instantly, and I mean that, instantly awaken you. Why? Because when you wear this absolutely stunning and ever so powerful crystal, when you wear this, it helps you to reconnect with yourself, and that in itself, helps you to see not what you necessarily don't see or what you necessarily don't know, but it helps you to be honest with yourself with things that you need to do in life in order to get where you want to get. Because every now and then in life we do tend to kind of stumble upon things. We tend to deal with a certain problems and certain things in life that can naturally slow us down. But sometimes it really depends on this level of problems we actually have, how productive we are going to be. Because what we need to remember in this life, we need to keep going, we need to keep moving forward. We need to keep on being productive. We need to keep on being creative. And this is so important when it comes to our essence, when it comes to our spirit, when it comes to our souls. And sometimes people just kind of give in. Sometimes people give in. And this is why this powerful pendant, a bracelet jasper, it's playing a really big role when it comes to all these, my gorgeous people. And that's why I'm saying that it has got a power to actually awaken you immediately, and to to do in life what you need to do, to follow your own path, to follow your own passion. This in itself, it's important even when it comes to like this powerful pendant being able to re-energize you instantly. It's fantastic when it comes to strength, when it comes to confidence, when it comes to vitality. It's absolutely brilliant when it comes to protection in general, because it's also rather powerful when it comes to absorbing negative energies in general. And this is and it's especially brilliant when it comes to, like, for example, you maybe being surrounded by the certain people that are very negative, that are very down, that are kind of draining energy, in general. So this is why it's brilliant, in particular when it comes to the specific people or even specific situations, in life, just draining your energy so much. Because when our energy is drained, then we do not kind of respond to some really important situations in life the way we should respond to, and this is why, because we tend to hold back a really important aspect of ourselves. And that's why this bracelet jasper, it's so brilliant, because it helps you to kind of get your own essence out there, to be such a more powerful spirit in general, by not holding yourself back, in this life, on this journey. So this in itself, it's also remarkable, to where, when it comes to you maybe finding yourself on a certain crossroads in life, okay? But also, when it comes to you just needing something, to kind of be more decisive as well at the same time. So this is why I get so excited about bracelet jasper, because it's got just so many benefits that are ever so important for like a wide variety of people. I absolutely love it. And look how beautiful it is. It's absolutely gorgeous. I really hope that you can see how beautiful this pendant actually is. This red color, it's absolutely out of this world. And I can tell you, my gorgeous people, just by holding this like this already, I feel like, I'm really kind of opening up spiritually. I can literally feel the energy re-energize me, like literally instantly. And this is why it's so important, to have this pendant. And the more you kind of wear this, the more intuitive you're going to become. And this is why I absolutely love this gorgeous pendant, and I really hope you are going to realize how beneficial this is actually going to be for your life in general, or maybe for those people in your life who mean to you the most, who you would like to maybe buy or get this pendant for example. This gorgeous pendant comes with a sterling silver chain and and the link to buy this pendant, my gorgeous people, is going to be as usual in the description below. I'm also going to pin the actual link on top of the comments section. But yes, so this is what I really highly recommend you to get. If you need something to re-energize you a little bit, if you need something to pick you up like almost instantly, then I strongly suggest you, my gorgeous people, to get something like Crazy Lace Agate, which is absolutely perfect when it comes to promoting an instant happiness, when it comes to promoting vitality, and when it comes to grounding as well. This is absolutely like a perfect combination of things that are so necessary when it comes to our balance in general. Because at the same time, when you feel like really negative, when you feel really down, when you feel really sad, when you feel really spaced out, I mean, this life can be very, very difficult sometimes. I completely understand. But the problem is when we are dealing with certain things in life, then certain things have got like a negative impact on us. And our energy is like taken away from us without us even realizing. Sometimes we are so energized, sometimes we have so many ideas, sometimes we are so keen to do things, and sometimes we are complete opposite. When sometimes we are down, sometimes we are negative. So, Crazy Lace Agate, it's absolutely perfect, specifically when it comes to us not feeling good, when it comes to us not feeling right, especially when this has been caused by the certain, situations in our life, which is absolutely natural, absolutely normal. But we need to get on with our lives. We need to get on with our lives. So this is why Crazy Lace Agate, it's absolutely brilliant, because it's instantly, and I mean instantly, going to pick you up. It's not only about happiness, it's not only about vitality, but it's about this energy that instantly like kind of picks you up so you can get on with your life. You know how precious this crystal is. Very, very powerful indeed. This Crazy Lace Agate comes with sterling silver chain, okay? And the link to buy this is going to be above, or it's going to be within the description, in the description below, or you can simply go and see it's going to be pinned on top of the comments as well, where you can buy this gorgeous and ever so powerful pendant, Crazy Lace Agate.